This guy's video has 250K views, and it's just titled Idiot with me as the thumbnail, bro.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and the more that I see streamers coming across my internet feed, the more I don't like them. I'm sorry. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but I stream myself. It's a really cool medium most of the time, especially during my amazing New Music Friday streams where I can interact with my audience, listen to music with them live. But streaming isn't just an internet content format. It's a community with different influencers and audiences and content styles and topics. One that is rife with a lot of controversial...
Not gonna lie, bro. Can I speed this up? Let me 2x this shit. He's talking a little too much with that rat's tail on his face.
Takes and figures, and that is no less the case for music, of course. And look, I've discussed this a little bit in passing when it's come to figures like Kai Cenat, a guy who clearly does enjoy music, but he's not like a music aficionado or anything like that. Plus, it's also clear that on some level, he does engage with some of the music that he plays on his streams as a means of some kind of promotional agreement. And sometimes the music his audience pushes him to listen to or try out in front of them doesn't always resonate, and his reaction sometimes can kind of fall flat or seem really...
Get to the point, bro!
His taste is not necessarily reflective of everyone's taste or even good taste or the best taste. However, there are many more streamers with comparable audiences that frankly are saying much dumber shit when it comes to music. I mean, that's part of what was so funny about having Los Pollos on here every once in a while. But honestly, he has reached levels of stupidity as of late that I can't continue to expose you guys to. It would just be abuse on my part there. I mean, yeah, there's also Aiden Ross, who was going at Dochi for a hot minute before he got in hot water. But there's also numerous clips of guys like XQC, for example, and he would be the most naive of a mindset or world in which...
Why am I the thumbnail? Please tell me, why am I the thumbnail of the video where it just says idiot? People are gonna think I'm an idiot.
His music would have an appeal, which leads to XQC skipping through his bars at 5 times speed because the man is too dumb and has too little of an attention span to hear a 2-bar couplet uttered or some kind of rage type instrumental, or I don't know, being enabled in rainbows in front of them, and they're set to go.
Did he even talk about me in the video, or did he just use me as the thumbnail?
Radio enabled of those categories, the guy just can't digest it. But never mind some of these dudes not being able to fully appreciate 2 different kinds of hip-hop music. Put something like Radiohead's In Rainbows in front of them, and they're set to go berserk.
That's the beat drop! Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that was very anticlimactic for a 3-minute beat drop. Let me show y'all a real beat drop. Wait for it! Hey! Hey!
Yeah, what you just saw there was a clip of this guy Lacy, who I don't know a lot about, I don't care to know a lot about. I know that every single time I've heard him talk in the past, my skin has crawled, because honestly, he sounds like a way dumber version of Gary Vaynerchuk. And Gary...
What? This guy looks like he camps out at middle school playgrounds, bro.
Already is one of the biggest, most annoying social media grifters on the planet. Again, this guy's like Gary V, but he's so stupid it has to make you wonder how he made all the money that he has in the first place. At least Gary comes across as a guy who...
Sounds like somebody's jealous. Why do you even have to say, oh, I hate that he made as much money as he made? That's just jealous. That is literally just envy. That is a pure envious comment.
Wonder how he made all the money that he has in the first place. At least Gary comes across as a guy who is intelligent enough to make a buck.
The fuck is R slur? This guy you just told me to say sorry. Why did he block out the word retarded? Why did he block out the word retarded? Is this guy retarded? This guy you just told me to say sorry. I'm sorry for saying
the word.
For saying the R word.
Thank you.
I was when I said it, and
Stop doing that. I'm serious.
So anyway, this guy on his stream just happens to be listening to Radiohead's In Rainbows and can't seem to muster up the patience to appreciate the music on it because it takes too long, I guess, to get to the drop. Which, I understand the colloquial way in which he's trying to apply that term, but him uttering that in this context just kind of goes to show the musical background he's coming from, the festival stage.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You ugly rat tail. Let me ask you a question. If every human in history all liked the same music, music would be extremely boring. If every single human being on planet Earth liked the same type of music, the same songs, the same artists, there would be no music. It wouldn't be, that's what makes humans human, is us. Music is subjective. It is a thing that certain people like and certain people don't like. Music is art. That's like us both looking at a piece of art and saying, oh, you're a moron for not thinking that that looks cool. No, it's subjective. And you're over here calling me an idiot. You're the idiot. You're the idiot. I'll tell you why you're the idiot. Because you posted a whole 10-minute video calling me an idiot when you don't even have any context of the clip. Zero context. Zero. The whole entire part of this clip that this guy is reacting to and saying I'm an idiot for was because my live Twitch chat was saying, wait for the beat drop, wait for the beat drop. They sent me this song and said, wait for the beat drop. So obviously, if I'm listening to a song I've never heard before and my chat is saying, wait for the beat drop, there's a beat drop, and then I wait 3 minutes and there's no beat drop, obviously I'm gonna be like, where's the beat drop, guys? Because that's what the chat was saying. So this whole act that this guy's doing of like, anybody who doesn't like the music I like is an idiot. No, you're an idiot because you're so close-minded to think that everybody has to like the things you like. You're an idiot. And it's even worse that you're a grown-ass man. And I'm telling you right now, this is the kind of guy where his kids, they're going to be up in the head because they're not going to be able to have their own opinion. They're not going to be able to have their own thoughts. They're not going to be able to think for themselves. It's going to be whatever daddy with the rat's tail on his face thinks is what they have to think. That's what his kids are going to be sorry as hell.
EDMification of music in this man's mind. Imagine this guy listening to Howlin' Wolf or B.B. King or, I don't know, frickin' Woody Guthrie and just like waiting there for the drop. Like, when's the drop gonna come, man? This land is your land, needs to pick up the pace. Like, easy to digest.
Once again, you made a whole 10-minute video on me with no context. Zero.
Low vibration, electronic music has melted the mind of guys like this, which, like, personally, I enjoy some of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that genre of music. There's nothing wrong with going out to a festival where it's played and having fun and raging out.
Okay,
the
so
issue is when that is, like, the main course of your music diet.
Why is that an issue? Why is that an issue if that's what I like? Why is it an issue that I like a certain genre of music? Why is that an issue to you? Please explain that to me, why that's an issue to you. Because I can sit here and say the same thing. I think it's an issue that you only listen to the kind of music you listen to. Because that makes you a loser and you're a nerd. You're a nerd for only liking that music.
To the point where the formulae that makes that music sound and feel that the way that it does, that is the lens through which you view all other music.
Facts.
Which, frankly, is a narrowness of mind that you could experience when limiting yourself to any one genre to a degree, for sure. But for whatever reason, it's so much more apparent when you're like this genre of dude. Because what the f*** do you mean you're waiting for the drop in a Radiohead song? Are you stupid?
Once again, brother, the reason I was waiting for a drop in a Radiohead song is because my chat told me to play this song and wait for the beat drop. Obviously, I'm gonna be waiting for a beat drop on a song I've never heard. You posted a video with no context. Zero! Do your research!
But that's like putting out a Babytron song and getting pissed off when the guitar solo doesn't come fast enough. Now, I want to highlight and emphasize that the point that I'm trying to make in this video is not that this Lacy guy has to like Radiohead or has to like whatever I am. Of course he doesn't. The idea that Radiohead is not everyone's cup of tea is not alien to me. And of course there are people who walk this planet who prefer the song Bing, 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 Bing to any track off of Radiohead's In Rainbows. And sure, they're valid in that feeling and that perspective. What music they like. What appeals to them, and that's fine. What I'm concerned with and what pisses me off about this video, the ignorance that is being platformed and frankly normalized, because regardless of how much—
you're an old head, dude. You're dead ass just a old head, bro.